Right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. On the 4 minutes past 8 on Friday the 28th of August, and it's on the day where I was at the dentist today, and Bayern Munich are playing Stuttgart, and but that kicked off at I think either 7:30 or 7:45, and I'm watching Crystal Palace at home to Manchester City. And I've got a bet builder on for the Bayern Munich game, and I've got a bet builder on for the Man City game. Aye, so hopefully it can happen. Anyway, I can win about £3.30 on the Bayern Munich game, and about £11 on this Man City game. At first, I had a 25% winning bonus, but by mistake, I put most corners not in Crystal Palace. And when you do that, if you get your money back right away and then do another one, you didn't get the chance of getting a 25% winning bonus. You just get. You just get like a normal build bet. But I'm doing a hell of a lot more of them this season already. I'm doing nearly 2 every day now. I'm still drinking them. Including this one, I've got only 3 left. So either tomorrow morning, as soon as I get up, or before I go and see Broxburn Athletic, before I go and see the Broxburn Athletic, I'll have to go into, either down the road or B&M's to get at least another 3 or 4 cans. And then on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, in fact Monday actually, I'll have to stock up on some Emery's or Oliver. Either Emery cans or Oliver cans. Either Dr. Pepper or a British version of Dr. Pepper. But, right, and then this is a side thing. I absolutely hate it in this day and age now that when a goalkeeper's got to take a goal kick now, 2 players go there and there in the line with him, and he passes to the defender and then he passes back to the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper punts it up. Why not just punt it up? Or what I just seen there, because that's why I'm talking about it, is that the Crystal Palace defender took the goal kick. What's the point of the goalkeeper being there then? It's stupid. Just go back to the 80s or 90s style of football, or the early 2000s style Stoke City, where they have a big man up front and they just punt it up to him all the time. It was so much more exciting. I mean, definitely football has massively declined since about 2015. Like all this thing about stats and like possession based football instead of all this nonsense. Absolutely hate it. So the worst thing I hate ever is any defence try to play it for the back, because only 2 teams in, maybe 3 teams in football history could do it. A 1970s Brazil team, 2009 Barcelona team, and maybe the 1999 Man U team. But only these 3 teams in football history can properly play out for the back and be skillful. Maybe not the 1999 Man U team, but I would put that in the bracket of being the greatest teams that have ever lived. Aye. And then I would maybe put into that bracket best teams that's ever exist. The Bayern Munich team when Ribery, I think, was on the right and Robin was on the left. That was phenomenal. I think that was the year that they won maybe the Champions League. I mean, they've won it twice in my lifetime. I think they won it 2018 and in 2020, but that was during lockdown. But anyway, can't really remember that one actually in 2020. 6 years ago already. Oh my God, this is terrible defending. Oh, but they managed to do it. So I've got Dean Henderson for Crystal Palace goalkeeper to make 5 plus saves. So I don't know if that means 5 or more, but it must mean plus, because if it was 5, it would just have 5, but it's plus. And then I think I've got Haaland to have either 2 shots or 3. I've got Semenyo to have 2 shots, and I've got Semenyo to be fouled. And then with the Bayern Munich game, I've got Diaz to be fouled. Oh God, who is it? No Eze. It's Elise. When Michael Elise and Michael, no, Michael. And then whoever the one at Arsenal is now, Elise. I always got them muddled up. Still getting them muddled up, because one's English and one's some French. The one at Bayern Munich's French, and the one at Arsenal is English. Yeah. But it doesn't look English and doesn't sound English. No, it does sound English, but it doesn't look English. Anyway, it's maybe a little bit of a risk putting both teams to score with Crystal Palace versus Man City, but Crystal Palace have got a really good team. Every single season now, for about 6 years, Crystal Palace have massively underachieved for like the size and the quality of their squad. The only teams that definitely didn't overachieve when coming up, some of them is the promoted teams. In fact, now and again, Brentford, Brighton and Bournemouth, they slightly overachieve. I mean, Bournemouth is massively overachieved for the last 16 years now, considering they have a stadium that's smaller than some of the Championship teams. It's crazy. In this day and age, though, that shouldn't be allowed to have only a 16,000 capacity in their stadium. They could easily every week fill twice that, like a 35 or 40,000. Even 25 would be better. But there's probably 6 stadiums in the Championship that have got 20, and that Bournemouth have only got 16 or 15. It's mental in this day and age. But there's probably some smaller teams that have never been in the Premiership ever that have got more seats in their stadium than that. Crazy. Probably Wrexham have got more seats in their stadium than that, and that they've been small club for years. It's mental in this day and age. But apparently, according to the rules, because there was 2 people that said it, that if Broxburn Athletic won the league last season, they wouldn't have got into the league above them, because their stadium doesn't meet the requirements for that next league. It's either not enough safety regulations in the stadium for safety in case something happens, and there's not one single seat apart from technically 1, 2, 3, 5 benches, but they're all proper benches that you'd get in a park that have putting people's names on them, but everywhere else you have to stand or bring a foldable seat. Can't believe in this day and age, though, to any football team in the world that plays in a substantial league that are either professional or semi-professional does not have one tiny seating area, and for a team as big as Broxburn, even though they're not that big, but they are big enough to be big, or big enough to be called more than just like a Sunday League team, that they're allowed dogs in. They didn't check your bag, so you can take in a packed lunch. You can take in alcohol, because loads of people have, because they're all over the ground full time. And then as well, either allowed to bring dogs. That's absolutely mental, because they're a team that's got to the third round of the Scottish Cup more than once before. It's mental. some team that can afford to be that good enough to get to the third round of the Scottish Cup and that they allow all that into the stadium. Dogs, foldable chairs, alcohol, snacks, and animals. Well, dogs, I don't know, but you couldn't bring a parrot, like, it'd fly away. But you could. Technically you could, because you could bring the famous English snooker player John Parrott. But anyway, aye, that's a story for another day. Aye. Well, Parrott has been to a football match because John Parrott must have been to an Everton game before because he's a big Everton fan. Anyway, what else? Aye, so as I was saying, it's 15 minutes gone in this game, and it's about, well, it's probably half time now in the Bayern Munich game, but they're winning 1-0. Aye, the defender that begins with UP, can't pronounce his name, but he scored, centre back. Aye, scored for our corner. Kimmich, like, whipped in for a corner, and he rose higher than the nearest defender and scored a header. Anyhow, so, in the next couple of days, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I'll do a video about what music I've been listening to recently, because I've been listening to a lot of music since the last time I told you about it. Right, anyway, I normally do these videos a lot shorter than this, but I had so much to talk about. No, just to finish off, an accumulator, like teams just to win outright in the 90 minutes, I've got Manchester City, AC Milan, Birmingham, I think, Bayern Munich, and someone else. No, in fact, it was Racing Santander, but they won 3-0 earlier on. Bye.